Sergio Busquets, legend, Barcelona, no doubt. And
oh sure,
fantastic.
Yeah.
May they shall say the few essence. Me say Oko Spina. Argument be a sorry free Horban. As a Saudi one to movie. Sergio Busquets interview Baba more attributed to ono. Na the reason why I make us say outlets ni near discuss says Sergio Busquets akoka asembia Barcelona for any anje ho. Ibi say ye bupa enye sanke kasatia o. Ibi so yi legend asem de ato nche no mu di na tem. Ni nyina ne say omuko bi sa say Ballon d'Or no susu say emfama wan. Now I say only the Kobenya in Kayan Farmer Dembele. I say Dembele ne deserve say the Ballon d'Or ne demand because it's about so him say oh yeah Lami Yama campaign. Incident now we can see Farmer Dembele. What I say on him say players be brave but so per player ne level no hours through a chain other ones. Obeka say Dembele. Dembele he's been consistent, he's performed better. Chain players na ono mo airplane no what I say onim say players ni bia wo Barcelona so deserve na mbom according to ono ne de Sefata Usman Dembele na ade wey na me de shase na ye di hu nkomo because ye guso ayeto aba to ono ye open
sure
inti ebetimi affect Lami Yama chances are now knowing say Wanga Sakra legend say you see from Dembele.
Koku Mamen Shasi from free say. Baby how do we you know? If we are so Bob Brako could do stage bia. You carry a certain level of influence. And this will be say Asama a former player and as a Barcelona legend. Sergio Busquets Sakano. A bit me influence on a election and I say Ballon d'Or voting process now. I am going to say yes. Yes, because Sergio Busquets is a former player in Barcelona and a legend for that matter. And Obiba Bontino Becasema. Adia Bako says Odi can and say Nipana or Casano wine. A Diana or Kanwasem. Unipa Nipania. No wa hwa de corner or kan ho asem no wa bisa wo sa de corner or kan ho asem no munim dia na afi wo bisa wia wo benya answers. First of all, Sergio Busquets a former Barcelona player, our bobo to the highest level, one of the best defensive midfielders of our game of football. Enti kwaku se o ka football asem a ya de na o ka ho asem no a onima de corner no te ase e na o ka ho asem. Now to asamina waka no o say onu nani so any ball a wa he player friend say Osman Dembele and the Sefata Ballon d'Or so bola mi yama din one bola mi yama din indirectly asama o kan say la mi yama nsem fata so je Ballon d'Or
any enquire
yes and there are people omo person Sergio Busquets asama omo beto abadi bi
correct
there are people omo dey omo ntanta omo beto abadi bi. And for those people, as we speak, only settle on nipo obeto abane de amano no. Obi wo honma are making the mind, no matter the obedience. But there are people like when making the mind. Safo no, asem na Sergio Busquets aka no. Because Sergio Busquets pass say do si nimbo mu no say asem esi dia. And me kwa me nyan decide ye ma mentom fama sa nipa. And only one. Number 2. Sergio Busquets is a former Barca player, Barcelona legend. Onum pose Osman Dembele ne Sefata and adia Barcelona player. A contest be there. And you say Barcelona player on some Fata so no edge.
PG phoning in Alpha and on this Sergio Busquets, Barcelona legend say.
Yes.
And on what did she say on what them.
And when it comes to the electoral process and after voting, it bring an impact.
Yeah, some more.
A bit to me affected me my chances of winning it. Yenya no nfan chain. Asemna nipa ne kind of is that the truth? For me, I believe that is the truth.
Okay, really?
Yes. Lami Yamal bobo pa. Lami Yamal big games, big stages. So on decided games in Fama Barcelona, he was there. Oh yeah. No crepa. But in terms of the numbers game, these two players are forward line players. Omumienu last season. Eba numbers are na Lamine Yamal nye better than Osman Dembele. Numbers in terms of goals, any assist, contribution, he wasn't better than him. Osman Dembele, our French league animal last season played 29 games. 29 games was shared 21 goals. And at the moment, Paris Saint-Germain Bobo Lamine Yamal at Barcelona played 35 games and only scored 9 goals. And assisted 13 times. And this is okay. Directly, a 22 goal contribution. And now because Lamine Yamal, Osman Dembele ma assist 6. Fakahun, ne di ene kose. Eko 27. E 2 goals in the Kwambo Fima. Now can you no boom, which is assisting goals in a boom. Now based on goals in Kwampo. His contribution wasn't better than that of Osman Dembele.
And collective performance,
about team performance. Collectively, he did better than Lamine Yamal.
Okay.
Or G League, or the French Cup, or the Champions League, or yet the unthinkable, our France. France minus you. There is no team, our French League anymore. What about the continental treble? Say team B of France, what the Champions League, the French Cup, a league. Obianye Bidao, a Louis Enrique Paris Saint-Germain team. And a yes, had the last season. And they be because it's a team be born home. Just as everybody is talking about Lamine Yamal, our Barcelona Bobo Kunimo. The same way a team be born home, ye play a barco. Oh, you're the face of the team. Near projecting for any form of awards and recognition. Even at Barcelona, can you convince me that last season Lamine Yamal is the best player now? I'll go for Rafinha on any day.
Really?
He was Barcelona's best player last season.
By numbers.
By numbers.
But anybody Lamine Bocheno.
Lamine played. But Rafinha na yedi no home kwaku say you bought ni bonko a. Lamine ambobo amru ni tubia e broso.
O Bocheno Ujafu na go. You see, Rafinha much respect to him Obobo. But born na kasa body. Numbers dey Rafinha, no doubt. But born the body Lamine played well. Chain Rafinha.
He entertained the support. Of course. Of course. Okay. Your body could go. So when a player is direct, oh no, the far boss now ko assist your far boss now ko sha. That's what catch him say Obochen. Abraham you na the same position.
Na say way or no
wing forward.
Lamine na far ball one carry ball na ma when be create chance. O Rafinha no uye den ko share goal.
Kwaku these are two players. They play in virtually almost the same position.
And one is creative, one is goal scorer. Bako and the creative hub of the team. He's the go-to man. Bako and say Lamine Yamal ekukiwia on die. What I say? I had to say Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne was the creative hub. Haaland was the goal scorer. Inti enunti ni akase Haaland no or Bobo ne Kevin De Bruyne na.
Oh, one say
almost prime time no. And yet just last year.
One say omumiru no. Who this an common e be den kaka because we are number 10, we are number 9.
Okay.
But these are two players omumiru na wingers. Wing forwards for that matter. And to comparing the two easier than say we compare Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland. It's Barcelona nankasa na esi honom no. Lamine Yamal last season got that kind of recognition, got that kind of hype. He played he had a very good season, played extremely well. But I don't see him as maybe best player last season for Barcelona. But Kwaku, attention in the Bibia course just because Lamine Yamal was a 17-year-old. It's in the born now Auburn. And was so brave for a 17-year-old player to play that kind of football. But performance in Ankasa, I didn't see him being a better player than Rafinha last season for Barcelona. And talking about this kind of conversation, I feel that Osman Dembele did the unthinkable last season with a team my friend said Paris Saint-Germain collectively and then individually. It is not as if the team they bono. Not only them number 2. He was the leader of that pack.
Well, anyway, see what they are over to our Dembele.
Me ne Sergio Busquets dina baby back.
Okay, well.
Lami Yamal born so many but I will go for Dembele.
Biggie, Manchester and Chelsea I negotiations here. Oh, sorry. On me sanso ababe twaso for Alejandro Garnacho. I'm sorry no. Nkoma e nie. One say initially na Chelsea for don we so mo say 25 no betua. And na man you for so now 45 to 50. Eno kra na me won say na mo ye for sa. I'm sorry no, to cut long story short. Say omumienu negotiate figures between 35 million pounds to 40 million pounds. Inti akosora 40, possibly aba from 35. Eho na aka omo ye hu negotiations. Manchester United are a good deal, and I say Chelsea mom and are a good deal if the figure stays the same.
Kwaku, between the two parties, open the oye good dealer, Chelsea, Manchester United, any good deal be. But Chelsea nankasa as a club on so. Kwaku, what does Chelsea need Garnacho for?
Chelsea's
Chelsea
transfers okay, net you. Miso sono the entire miso pesa me Chelsea for us and say. You fa 11 players in most season.
Sure.
I was say obi fi chire ba onya ahwanden edibo. But what I say?
Yeah.
Left one. I say akoka Jamie Giddens nko so mupo bi akoka no left wo say no see hwe manimi ade wo bi foforo abebo ne di ho wana why
say coach the Pedro Neto call
say there Neto
no complaining
by
a coach
but say no say the options ni won't na yes amami nchirem left one Jamie Giddens any Garnacho na ebebo ho right Pedro Neto any William Extava na ebebo ho number 10 Cole Palmer and now so says Xavi Simons and now Femi Lopez na ebebo ho. Number 9 Dilap any Joao Pedro as a miino.
Players now born to me honestly speaking Chelsea here will be
no, you see, this is what's in his over such as on for first 11 embassy season nana. He will need quality players from the bench.
Of course.
Exactly.
I am no criminal you are doing. But I am saying this because say a third one. Say who players in B, not necessarily or primarily for their position they play, but because they have added advantages in playing other positions. In the Chelsea koto Jura Hato, or turn the number team. Jura Hato, a left centre back. But we are aware, so besides what deputize Kukurea, it is a Kukurea ni hono moi. About the left back position. It's a problem about the left centre back position. Now the Jura Hato are there. In the Chelsea phone few say, and when you have to be Jura Hato as a left centre back, neighbor Sanso offer another left back. About deputize Kukurea, Meboa. And one thing I make us say, I didn't know Mobobono. Chelsea in here mubia because players never watch Chelsea anymore. Chelsea betting me use your money and for so they from. I am saying this because says yeah, Jamie Giddens and what the left wing position admitted. Pedro Neto and your position our pet, but you want to coach in the day.
What's position? Yeah, or versatile basically.
Yes. One of the positions are Jao Pedro Bao flourish pass yes our position. Jao Pedro any more almost every position with me but bright and you it is a combat problem bar. Ubetimi am a player na baba be makeshift. It was our position no. And you be an prayer and as a bobia na tokuro be da or ma just to obi be shewo. There's Xavi Simons in common aye di ni nyina so no. Xavi Simons bo be compete ko Palmer. Why na betimi a convince me? Says Xavi Simons betimi to ko Palmer.
Chelsea be here no season anymore.
That is why I'm giving examples. players are waiting one more bit in your baba.
Into no more. Because Mr. Bessamit was say, I dare no. And one now more, she said, to position be a 2-2-2-2. The bunny woman is saying. Position is not my kind, front four. No. Position be a 2. Number 9, when you delap the Joao Pedro. Left wall, any Giddings, any Garnacho. And right wall, a Extivao, any Pedro Neto.
Tarek George Kwana.
One more Okoruma. Nkaifoni na Obianka hu.
I official.
Oh, akaka krano mwe. On the some Obeko Ruma. What I say? Christopher Nkunku beko, Nicholas Jackson beko. Nkaifoni nyina obi eni ho. Inte enim ho no tie eye 2-2-2-2. Which every club will be. It's Chelsea aye bone be.
Menka se Chelsea aye bone.
So
odwan ni be wu no onyamu ya ye mfre no odwan funu.
Inte yentina ho till set Tarek George de ni ti o. Obese yentina wa till set Tarek George de ni be wie. Okay, in any case. Manchester United and player Ben Maton this window.
Players are here, Tom.
Player Ben Maton window. One seed in Pomonton, and so some top players be
because and yes, I am Bessie Beton. Out of war.
Ain't it just to say the players now Tarek George, Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku, they have planned our mobile beton. Name I was some sounds to the ba. In some more shaha. As I don't know.
I so my point in say. There are positions that Chelsea Felix is here. And you're better than baby Omodo money channel. Especially the goalkeeping department.
I know dear. Say Okofa, Van der Sar, ni Peter Cech, come boom together. When you follow Koto. Almost goalkeeper we are na on Befa.
And see, all committee resources to positions are. You want the poor move to me about that.
Nipani Awaya, Tarek George. Anawaya.
You Tarek George say.
That's
why I'm giving you examples.
Say, Kopama.
Positions are. A bit to me a failure, baby, when the need arises.
See, I don't know, say. Me ton come and says, maybe I obey to say Pedro Neto, obey to me a share a left one as a right, obey to me. I agree, but you see, Sasani a bear, the one really I'll register bear 16 places. No, like I say, there are other 4 or 5 players who can fill in those places. But we all know by convention, they say. Oh, she said Timwa. Position we are a 2-2-2-2-2. Goalkeeper then a 3. No up a bear 1 or 2 versatile. And yes, I know the normal mathematics football. If Chelsea are going the same line, why are people complaining?
It is not as if people are complaining. Mimi feel say personally. Chelsea has other positions that was almost failing.
I want to see almost someone yet.
It is also on failure. For me, honestly speaking, say me a thought bowling. Na me watch Chelsea bobo ko na me na team na media. There is no way say me yisi kasa me de kwa koto Garnacho. What extraordinary thing does Garnacho bring on board at Chelsea?
Bro, Garnacho onimbo mo na mu hu ne use wa.
Oh, I am not saying Garnacho onimbo bo. That is what I'm
talking Garnacho about. Garnacho no ba be 2 games na fi o obetu no.
Garnacho
obetu no. Sa won fo bu won fo ama no. Say we minimum no he Garnacho no. Chelsea o de sa mo kra no
me fa bu ma na ko sen ka me pese obetena
mo no intimacy Tyler Deblen ne boy saying
Tyler Deblen
Elanga ne boy saying sebi place ni bi wo ho a before due respect don't place omo ton aboarding Garnacho akada kiti oye Argentine player, national team player. More ton Jeffrey the ama Chelsea. Won cry say so don say good tima e wo chief negotiator wo ho. E wo mpanyifo ni nyina wo muntimi nye proper negotiations. Wait.
United supporters. Makacho was the chief negotiator na yakonya na yabo amobi.
Eya me ya pa Garnacho da mo ton fofofo ne de.
For Garnacho.
Se na mo be yanka e be fa e kra.
Nkasa de awish senka Garnacho na nkasa kra nkonko ba bia. But that is not happening. And it's a Garnacho be Chelsea are fine. But for me, my point is that Chelsea has other positions as I almost failing. If you maybe with Chelsea, then we will to me. I want to go for Garnacho.
Inaki pena LC4 announce no. CCC Okoho. E catch us obeko omo announce no kama. Savinho Tottenham esansu shia Manchester City ene. City for Samonko. Ebe mam reply. So motiwo na bi omo twan City email babo email na babo City for say. Senia na no ye ka kire mo say yenton Savinho no. Sani Esanso catch them say, we have no intention, not even 1, 2, 3 impossible betono. Ain't see that. City for say no, Oma Sanswa can no bio. Story be me shut down for me tinge. If you must Spain for be natural, me for me tinge. Me doubt it. But let me add it. Say Trent, say season way, where who so our Real Madrid, Manchester City for ebe per se on kwako fano.
Trent Ben
Alexander Arnold.
Now, what do how many seasons for Madrid?
Just say Trent has some day. Mintia say the pressure to no so sao. Mintia say.
Is it that you want to phobia or more per se?
Ophelia.
Share Juma Bina Niema and Konkayam farmer. Na de Bia Cavajal Bebo because he's a Spaniard and World Cup War 2026.
And they possible. And they possible.
That is what I am thinking.
And then what's the Lou? So be can say be same when say Danny Caballero no Madrid motor places also beat me to Danny Caballero be no beat me to no can say or no hoselu obi ntimi to Danny Caballero Trent no ntimi to teacher say agenda.
That is what I am thinking because Kwaku Trent Alexander-Arnold na yinim no. The kind of quality are not them Liverpool. Ball are not obo. Untimi kan chem say Trent any good player. He's one of the best right backs in the world. But now, problem in say,
Coffee BM now man for
so you player. Now say you tall, do free one team, eba another kwaku. No matter the performance and now done do a former club, the legacy and the performance and everything you've done ends there. Trent ball or Liverpool it ends at Liverpool once I was switching cap Real Madrid. I find na oko build a new legacy. Real Madrid. Afei na wo kwakwa ye bibi wo Real Madrid na Madrid supporters den so hu se woni ball no ball na de ntia ye ba beto wo no eso aba mfaso e wo Real Madrid. That is the problem now. And at Real Madrid there Trent Alexander-Arnold has no legacy e wo Real Madrid as a footballer, but player no only compete no on the general captain of Real Madrid. Or your Spaniard e ye ni krom na wo kwakwa si akan no so wutu no it affects the Spanish national team. So when you be born or course you a better player, it helps the Spanish national team. It's Uber take all these things into consideration before you take any form of decision. And until I make us say, me want to say any per be the person who frustrate a brand here no more can send me money Tony Pebi trim. Now brand here and me and Siakaya aboard the Spanish national team because Cavaja and Branco the on the best I have. And World Cup na e baba team be the quality players, team be the experienced players. Imagine say Real Madrid general captain. Oh, you're one of the most experienced players now, if not the most experienced. Oh, the Spanish national team, now on only the bench, Abra Yeko World Cup. Just imagine how it is going to be like. But for Trent Alexander-Arnold, I was saying Nipanya about Trekaka. You did born actually, you didn't play a first season, an adaptation period. Obi on mobile instantly know I hit the ground running, and name out kind of manner. You will be so on mobile, better take time kaka until they be American. Now the likes of Ramirez no more Chelsea example. Now the Neya Kaisedo, the one share Ramirez in push Kaisedo. Eshe Kukurea. Almost first season was Chelsea not the same. But I ne almost Chelsea team this year on. It is a whole judge player performance based on make I say 2 matches. I am saying 2 matches because Spanish La Liga ni about how many matches? About 2. The course of Club World Cup, the course of wine, but matches are able league for Real Madrid with Spain, and just 2. So how do you judge a player's performance based on just 2 matches?
Samuel, me say in some of the Uncle Omashi Trent and Liverpool for so the chiri. In the moment, pa.
You can't believe.
Me catch us Barcelona any Mallorca for the como Juan Vigili akwarare de omawie omaton no de ama Mallorca 3 million. Nyame aduma Barcelona with 50% sell on close. Side buy option e dey ashame for Juan Vigili. Nti eno asem no Dayo Pamecano. Chale yes, Barca for so any abre e free next season. So in Germany wa Hans so Germany wa to meet me manage Dayo Pamecano ye pa Maybe can't you say La Liga from paying for camp Juan Gamper stadium wo inspection kakra ni nyina say Barcelona for be person come be Valencia game no La Liga no ho. Well, big win the La Liga for na catch Barca for say omudu omo inspection no bisa say na VAR machine we and I'm say VAR machine in how here so we the margin cramas me crama drama so in some say
ebi me sure say bi obi akran because me feel say stadium ni wie ni bibia na be bia last na even
inti some they say your arrangement for camp no ban one gampa na person bo just some short term games on e bi no inti no empanyimfo say short term arrangement to meet me aye e candidate for 70,000 euros so we dey meet me aye inti say Barcelona for enkoto eniema ne mfa be hyehyɛ 70,000 euros sisi no mo fanye. There was a story say El Nassr for so ebiem negotiations with Manchester City say Bento no mu huni Brazil ni Bento no for my huni so mo pe Ederson Manchester City for say enye no kre boy no so mo contact say no Michael Olise
Ederson no mo ankasa mo pa na
chese me ankasa no se say de me nkofo no negotiations na mo ye me hu de omo ye o pe Donnarumma wo mo san so mpese Ederson be ko
na no na story bi so na so be James Trafford Cologne
eno de omo say enye no kre be Besiktas den
say enye no kre say enye no kre
City ankasa ya confused
the performance in a single game was poor. In the same way in a babble.
Charlie, nka first, nka sanye mani mu City transfers.
So go do la wabrana.
Na hwim no makofa. En till Pep no wabre. And now say City sanso an inexperienced sporting director. But what the Micho yase. So the problem is going to come. Time a City team a sini tirase no. Chiki Begistan Castle Sophie Club with Mukono. You expect to say in come for an experienced sporting director there ba.
Sure.
Na many be wa sebi Pepe can obetimi team. But say truth be told, Pepe small boy obey Hugo Vian obetimi any Pep. Watch I say until oba respect Pep kakra. Oh, that is normal because Pep will better football legacy. Sure. But clearly say Pep baby I won't no. The decision is enye what I'm telling you. What I say, it's in Yamani, it's a safe. On say a year over say behind Hansi Flick and other old coaches are coaching. But you see, a Juman Wayache, he needs a break. What's not City almost 10 years here, Moani will.
Yeah.
In Tinka, on your bed, it's a coach's Timiko break bear 1 year no. And yes, sir, or more tell or no muko break. Sometimes it helps.
Yeah.
What mentally he's tired. Inti nka oko ebi a 1 year 2 years break bi ba most wasan so aties ni dadem inti yes obisa se Pep Guardiola wabra ahan wabre but he needs someone to challenge him.
Sure.
So okay no so more different angle.
Yeah.
Inti say City transfer no
City sporting that and yes amasa
well na say no afi na wo no because nyesa January City akoto top players aba Victor Reis Ukofa ne ba no Cologne or Girona. Kuzanov Ukofa ne ba the first game no ye mistake fiti wo so say maybe he was one of Manchester City best players.
Sure.
Kuzanov or boss center back and the ball right back. Akorani bobo ne come ye nim ye see ye Pep Guardiola e dey akorani tina bench o ma akorani bobo bio. Meanwhile the boy is better than Ruben Diaz, he is better than today's John Stones and Yankani John Stones, better than Akanji obetimi abo right back better than sa small boy na wasana Audacity team Rico Lewis.
Pep Guardiola dani maso kunadu.
Pep me say me chese oluma wo yankasa na
Pep dani maso kunadu.
Enya wari asama sajawa sam.
Pep sama so kunadu.
Enye no mani kura mbobi ansa masa jawa sam. Chese hu aba asam ti ubetwehwe. Chese eyawo say no yen me Pep disciple. Watch I say.
Oh, of course Pep Guardiola.
But clearly team on one kasa wa build no. Or sound so jiri team nego. And I'm say a true level say and yen from so wa mentally. So he needs someone experienced person to challenge him and or take a decision. No, don't do that because clearly City we keep John Stones send 2 months to say pra.
And I'm mana ko gina home nanka. Say bi ankonko sabbatical 1 year. Nanka ma fa Enzo Maresca be shewo.
Your coach
na owia na afi wasaba.
There be Maresca there yempeno. Your coach
assistant obo
Pep Guardiola wia. Ye dey adwuma na be ma no e visa company.
Okay.
On the me ma no. Or ye legend. And they say or picky experience or buy munchen. Into Pep Guardiola wia na dey ama ya legend visa company. No about be so. Oh, of course, visa company na nyina ye be pese ye de be adwuma no be ba no. What I said about be. Oh, company plays beauty, and he's willing to learn.
Even a Burnley, though now simply generally, nation are there a problem, but you could see they played well.
And Burnley they no
the reasons are buying
no crepa, no more bought to a beautiful pattern. You know, say City no. Me hwe City ball ni sisi anam to the enkofo no bobo Arsenal ne Liverpool ball to me say no. You be break akra, but obey ne den say in 2025 City bobo Ruben Dias, John Stones, Rico Lewis and ebo Manchester City defense eradi yes Pep Guardiola ope player or ye mistake pa we wiasia Ruben Dias sa boy no hey obe good football me obe ye mistake am wakuma ti sraw oni Manuel Akanji omtimi ye mistake na we ma se grawo enya omo na nkama menya heart attack Manchester City ni Inter Milan hey ikemi oh ye ko hwe abo no we chira ha ya nkemi bu ahwe wu Manuel Akanji come back pass me ukama Lautaro Martinez kemi we ni say hey wakumi hey Akanji ye the Tottenham ni enya omo na come sa back pass Stefano Tega say master sa boy se na de ombeku o de say de samono ye no enye but ye de ne ye che modie ni ntino say na ye ya na ye de mo hye ye hu kran
ye modie say ye nya modie bi anke pe
nti say ye de mo hye ye hu kran say enye hwe ye mprontity ti se kofo no
amori be ye
say ga te hag ye na djuma nka ye de wo ye de ene mo magari Neville be ye djuma ye na amori mu kire kire de ai asamu Charlie here one player Biggie minim so on be hadwea I think they moved to Bayern Munich Ebehano Michael Olise not by performance the past 12-13 months boy this boy wa bono I was searching place ni bebre aye bo mudin ebisi inform nka Ballon d'Or list no say nyom no beji
oh yeah
but we the club ni fan base Bundesliga yenhwe bebre inti the achievement is sweeping they are perform cry but this boy he's been super good
honestly one of the younger players and the performance was so kwaku untimi Olise
Bobo
consistently
Bobo
at Crystal Palace now you win a quality but will make the move to the Bundesliga Abbas will be a triple Bundesliga has been that breeding grounds for a lot of the players on the Premier League in
yeah
Omokwa ayane taiko ye at the moment and Olise has been no exception but it comes back to a seminar now the attention the hype it's not on him just because he plays in the Bundesliga
akwa we na Chelsea for crap penanza no mkope ko pamo
se wanye la
ide kokko ya
ama Bayern Munich boboko na nko Champions League people wouldn't even be talking about it.
So there was a story say release clause Bayern Munich for say omo na sign a contract omo for release clause and shame nti mo forget it.
And I'm hearing that there are clubs some more planning.
And Kofo
Some and getting a move back to probably the Premier League or even the Spanish league.
No,
it's going to put him up there. And say bimpo Paris Saint-Germain po.
Ebe for brutal. PG4 penny some person somebody krum.
Yes, and the only idea Buano, Bayern, Bayern champions.
And that is the Bayern. That is the only thing.
And
apart from that, the
Paris Saint-Germain team we've seen, Senior Champions League no more J and no matter the kind of quality you have, people wouldn't be mentioning Osman Dembele's name. So
no credit.
It's Bayern to go back to those glory days. No mutimi conquer Europe, etimi Champions League ni bi dia. People will be talking about him because consistently in the Champions League in the league, or man numbers, I been more club war muntimima. But people don't talk about him because he's in the Bundesliga and he's playing for Bayern Munich. And this is Timi Bois, and as a Yamena, dominativity, we do so no more by Jedia. Obenya saw recognition any attention. But until then, this will make you a move.
Well. Charlie, thank you very much, Biggie, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you too, bro.
Asia.